Welcome back. You're watching On the Sport, and tonight we are discussing the Sudan conflict. My guest tonight is Senator David Amor Majur, who is a member in the SPLM National Liberation Council. Senator, as we were saying just before we went for the break, whatever happens in South Sudan will obviously draw in its neighbors. Let's take a look at the clip here. This is the Uganda's Commander of Defense Forces, that's General Ronda Nyakairima, who was speaking yesterday at a dinner for security, at a security meeting of security officers at the Serena, organized by the US IDA Association and Accord. And here's what he had to say about the conflict in Sudan.
The challenges for today, the most compelling one and urgent one is one now in Sudan. And I think now the CPA is about in tatters, which created the Republic of South Sudan. There is war going on at the borderline. But now, unless action is taken, and mainly by the region, since the region, the IGAD member states are the ones who guaranteed that separation and independence, I think it's important that the IGAD member states do meet. Whoever initiated the conflict, it's not important. The important thing is to stop it and go back to where they were, and then they dialogue on other matters. But on our part in the region, the member states, more so for Uganda, we will not sit by, just sit by and do nothing when such a war takes place. In one way or another, we will be involved because having suffered a proxy war imposed on us by Khartoum for 22 years, now we are told the LRA, remaining with about 200 guns, is again in contact. This is intelligence in contact with Khartoum. So we will make sure that we are alert.
Well, Senator, you had there the Army, the Chief of Defense Forces, General Ronda Nyakairima, speaking out on Uganda's involvement. And we will discuss a lot into what he has said. But the first thing is, of course, Uganda will not sit back. Is that the friend you have in Uganda?
Oh, yes. This is why we ignored the call of al-Bashir with his parliament when they went and branded us to an extent calling us enemies. This shows that they don't know the laws of choosing a friend. These are the laws of choosing a friend. It is the friend who declare their part that we are your friends. It is you not branding others that we are not going to be your friends. Therefore, the declaration is clear from our brother that you know very well, Uganda is not very far from South Sudan, even by blood. You see, and the people all who live here in Uganda, they are resembling the people who live in South Sudan. And that's why we did not face it hard when the Arab came, the Trans-Sahara Arab slavery trade. They sold our grandparents for slavery. They mistreated us until 2011. We were enduring all these problems with our brothers and sisters. And therefore, it will not be a surprise. And that's why we are saying we will not go to somebody's territory. But if should someone come, we can even call our friends to say, okay, come and help. Otherwise, they will not watch and they will not sit and watch. Don't forget about Khartoum. Khartoum was the one sponsoring Konyi. And the war of Konyi is not out until when we got independent. We have to secure that part of northern Uganda, which is the safest part of our south of Sudan nowadays, and we will stand by it. And wherever Konyi might be, we will also have to pursue him, and that's why we have all the forces that to run after Konyi and his master al-Bashir, who flown him out of Garamba when we were to sign peace between Uganda and the LRA.
Senator, let's look at this conflict. If actually the conflict broke out, and you know, an all-out war between you and the North, are you prepared for the repercussions? Are you prepared for the casualties? Are you, as a nation, ready to go back to war?
Well, what happened? You should notice that we are a sovereign state. We are not rebels anymore. Should anybody just only said, okay, I will invade the Republic of Southern Sudan, the international community will watch what happened to Saddam Hussein when he invaded Kuwait. How many days did he spend before he's beaten back? This is what the army commander is saying here in a simple way. And this is the reality. We are not going to invade anybody, but should somebody invade us, we are on the common security ground.
So you're ready to pay the price? You're ready to pay the price for to defend your own territory?
We are.
I thought you would be now probably thinking of using the other means, using the UN, using, of course, he talked about IGAD, using your neighboring states. I know there have been consultations with Kenya in the recent past. Surely that should be priority now. But you seem, both of you in the South and North seem to be ready for war.
Well, you know, what happened? For us, we are ready to dialogue. And we said, let them come. We'll go back to on the drawing board. The issues of Southern Blue Nile must be ironed out so that they don't have rebels anymore. The issues concerning the contested areas of Abyei and Nuba Mountain should be ironed out quickly, and the boundary commission should be formed. We redeploy. This is the way forward. We redeploy our forces 10 kilometers away from the borders of contested lines. We call the international community to come in with the UN peacekeepers post, and the border is demarcated from the line of the boundaries of 1956.
Are you prepared to do that now?
We are. We are.
General, let me take you to one of the key issues Bashir actually raises, and I think in one of his discussions today with his at his party, he does seem to say that there has been a fallout in certain agreements you had with the North that you as the South have actually not agreed to or have not allowed to. And I think those begin with your fallout, of course, over oil.
You see, if this oil exploration were done before the British left, they would have not given us independence in Uganda. They would have continued because they get resources, and that's why Greek is dying. The Europeans are collapsing because they got a lot of resources here, went and built. And when the owners of the resources think that this is not time for you to come and get the resources from Africa, this is why they are drying up. Therefore, those of al-Bashir are drying up.
Do you think?
They do not have
the
North, capacity to have.
Do you think a North
to run a state?
Do you think a North with Bashir will ever recognize the South, or will ever have a relationship, a cordial relationship with the Southerners?
Bashir is a wounded soldier. He's a wounded hyena. A wounded hyena can even eat up its own offspring because he's dying. How many people are Bashir going to fight? He's going to fight the people from Southern Blue Nile. He's going to fight the people from Nuba Mountain. He's fighting us. He's fighting Darfur, his own people. He's fighting the ICC. He's fighting the opposition in Khartoum. Let them try. We were to save him. That's why we are telling him that, al-Bashir, you are dragging these people from the north to the war again, and we don't want them to suffer. Let us become good neighbors. Let us have what it takes to become good neighbors so that all of us can share from what we have. But they don't want to recognize that.
Senator, we've run out of time. But of course, you have students here in this country who study here. You have Southern Sudanese that stay here in this country and obviously trade with Uganda. You must have a message to your people, but a message that probably resonates around peace and that this will be overcome. Well, your final remarks.
My message is to all the Southern Sudanese young people who are in East Africa and Uganda in particular. This is the call for you to come up. You can even leave all these schools because you come up, and if the war intensified, you come and get your gun and fight.
Senator, you're calling for war?
Why not? What do? We will not give that part to an Arab again.
Thank you very much, Senator. Thank you so much for your time. Viewers, We have come to the end of On the Spot. We thank you so much for your time. Join us again next week when we bring you another riveting program. Don't go away. Stay tuned to NTV. Thank you very much.
Nyakarama, you have seen it.
Thank you very much.